Not often I talk to you people at this time of night, but I consider now that it's the evening, I think we can actually resume campaigning. On social media, a bit too late to go knocking on doors, so I'm going to restart on social media with this one. Now, I'm going to call this video, it's about the dementia tax. I'm going to call it Lies, Damn Lies, and Nothing Like the Whole Truth. Well, if I just refer to a popular song title for a moment, one that I'm hoping will be #1 on polling day, because of course the BBC can't play it due to certain election regulations, which actually I understand, but I'm just going to sing my chorus, or the chorus from that great song, from Captain Scar. She's a liar, liar, she's a liar, liar. Who's she? You understand, Theresa May. There's a video on Facebook at the moment by Peter Stefanovic, and it's about May's answer to the question on Question Time from the pensioner about the dementia tax. Now, it looked as though May had rather U-turned on this, but in fact, from what this guy Peter makes clear on his video, it's nothing like that. May, in her answer, lies by omission. The really big thing in that answer that she says nothing about is whether or not you own your own home. Peter Stefanovic mentions that, in fact, most pensioners in this country, probably 75% of them, do own their own home. I've said on a post that I put on Facebook, if you want to look at my page as well, that my parents, when my dad retired, they had worked all their working life and they own their own home in Chilwell, by the way, just outside Beeston, where I believe Anna Soubry is campaigning as Tory MP. Dear old Anna. But anyway, look, that much aside, £200,000 seems to be about the average value, according to him. Now, the fact that these people own their homes means, at the moment, the value of their home, their capital asset, is not taken into account when assessing their care. Yeah, doesn't matter for people who are living in old people's homes or old people's accommodation or sheltered accommodation or whatever. There wouldn't be any home to take into account the value thereof. But if you happen to be living in your own home, and a home that you've bought and you've both worked for, you're hopefully a bit like many parents expecting to pass it on to your children. Well, it is going to be taken into account. Make no bones about that. Please understand, I'm not lying to you. And in fact, when she answers the question on BBC Question Time, Mrs May's technically not lying at all. She's giving the facts, but she's just leaving out a really important one about whether or not you own your home. I thought in court you had to, this is okay, Question Time isn't a court, yeah, but I thought the whole point of even appearing before an audience or a jury or something was that you would promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Theresa May is lying by omission. She's leaving out the most important part of that policy, and clearly she thinks people are stupid. Clearly she thinks, really there is nothing going on up here with the people who are going to elect her. She thinks old people, or older people I should say, are just going to accept that, yeah? And then make no bones about it. Whether you see your house disappear sort of gradually, by a little notice that this guy says, once every so many months a little bill appears on your doormat and it says, this is for information purposes only, but X amount has been taken for your care. Yeah, that's for your equity release company. By the way, they're all going to be owned and operated by the Tories. There's a huge market. They're going to make money on there. So whether you see that go out of your bank account or you see it go out of, like, the capital of your house, it's going. They're going to take it from you. You're not going to be able to leave it to your children. Through the equity release company, it's going to go back to the state. By the way, that's what they do with the National Health Service. They've already got plans for that one. Just so you know, I go on about this on most videos, and I'm going to go on about it again. The Naylor Report, Naylor, Naylor Report. Google it. It's about the setting up of NHSPS, National Health Service Property Services. The Tories have already put this 10 billion they keep talking about into NHSPS. Now, you might think, if you're watching this, I don't know, from the hospital bed or something, oh, that's fine, they're really funding the NHS. They don't intend to sell it to private profiteers at all. They're funding it, hence the 10 billion. No. The 10 billion into NHS, and the clue is property services, is to get it all ready, all the assets all collected in one big basket, so that it can be sold on a 2-for-1 deal to vulture capitalists like Richard Branson. Again, Mrs. May didn't tell you that when she talked about investment, and that's a very loose term, isn't it? Investment in the NHS to kind of get it all ready for a nice quick, and it's got to be quick. She wants a quick sale to vulture capitalists of assets that you, me, our parents, the generations before them, paid towards building up for the use of all of us. So please, I respectfully ask you, if you are an older person and you own your own home, you have been lied to by omission by Mrs. Theresa May. Remember my favourite song, Whenever You See Her Face. I mean, my parents never liked the music I listened to. I was not that fond of the music that my kids listened to anyway. But just remember this little daft bit of singing from me, because my voice isn't that good. Next time you see her face on the television, perhaps it will just sort of, like a kind of advertising jingle a bit. I know, neuro-linguistic programming, for crying out loud, even I'm doing it, yep. But perhaps this little jingle might go off in your head when you see her on the telly, thinking about your home that she's going to take from your descendants. And you might just hear in your head again, and this is lying by omission, you might hear, she's a liar, liar. Take care, folks, and that's me restarted. Don't be conned by the conservatives.